Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today I've got the LEGO Star Trek USS Enterprise from Star Trek The Next Generation, which LEGO sent me early to review. This is a 3,600 piece behemoth. As you can see, it is very sturdy, an incredible representation of the ship from the Next Generation show, and of course, it's got that price tag of $400. Now, for 3,600 pieces, a licensed set, and tons of minifigs, honestly, the $400 price tag isn't too far off from what exactly is offered here, but at the same time, 400 bucks in this economy is definitely a lot of money any way you slice it. So I really am excited to break down everything about this set, show the very cool build, and of course, thanks again to LEGO for sending this my way to review. So let's get into it. If you get this set when it first comes out, you actually get a GWP as well, which is pretty neat here. It's the Type 15 shuttle pod, where you get a Ro Laren minifigure as well. Now, of course, the only thing exclusive on this minifigure is that brand new headpiece, which has a really, really great print, especially if we lift the hair off there, you can see that earpiece and everything. It's also printed on the other side with the alternate expression, which I'll go ahead and put the hair on so you can see what it looks like from both sides. But overall, this is really cool to help build your crew out by just a little bit more. And I really, really love this little shuttle pod. The thing I don't love about it, though, is that it's kind of price locked behind this set. So if you don't get this set exactly when it comes out, you're probably not going to get this because it's going to sell out. And so this has 261 pieces and one minifigure. So by standard LEGO prices, I have to imagine that this would be like $20, maybe $25 if this was its own set, which in a lot of ways, I really wish that it was, because again, I hate that themes like Star Trek and themes like Lord of the Rings are completely gatekept behind the fact that you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on sets just to be able to get these smaller GWPs or even to get into the IP at all. So, for example, if you want this and you want it, the only way you can get it directly from LEGO, you have to spend $400 on this set right out of the gate. Whereas this could literally just be a $20 set on its own, and I think it absolutely should be. Or they should just do more with these IPs than just giant sets. But speaking of giant sets, let's start breaking it down now. This set's minifigure selection is absolutely amazing. Not only do we get pretty much everybody you could want from the main cast and crew, but so many new pieces here are brand new prints and details from heads to torsos that are 100% exclusive to this set, which is absolutely, absolutely awesome. So we'll go ahead and take a look at everybody here. We do get that sticker, Star Trek The Next Generation logo, and the fact that we get a stand for all the minifigures is absolutely awesome, because the ship itself isn't a play scale ship, so, you can't put any of them in the ship, but it is nice to have this display so that you can put them in front of it, and the entire thing looks great altogether. So first up, we have the youngest among the crew here, and that is Wesley Crusher. He's got a brand new torso, which looks absolutely awesome, perfectly made for this figure. And of course, we've got his tractor beam little experiment here. Very nice little side build. And the head actually is reversible too. I think that this head is at least new in the sense that it hasn't been around very long for LEGO. I would be shocked if it hasn't been used elsewhere, but I think it's the first time I've got it in my collection. If you recognize it from somewhere else, let me know, but it's the first time I've seen it, I'm pretty sure. Here we have Dr. Beverly Crusher, and she's unique because she's the only person on this entire minifig lineup to get the blue torso, which is very cool. Love that. And of course, those printed arms are great with like the black around the shoulders. Gonna be awesome for making customs. But the minifigure itself is awesome. This hairpiece looks great. Like, honestly, even the face and the hairpiece would look so, so good for Mary Jane from Spider-Man. Always thinking about superheroes over here. But we can lift that hairpiece up and see a reversible head. Looks really great. Like I said, that torso print is really nice too. It is kind of interesting seeing the blue printed on black. Like, there is a little bit of, I don't want to say discrepancy, but you could just see some of the print detail in the blue because it's a black torso with blue printing. I just don't know how well that lines up. But she also has her medical tricorder here too, which is a printed piece and very nice overall. The Guinan minifigure is absolutely incredible. She's got that new hat-hair combo piece, which is just amazing. And the torso looks great, too. Of course, we get a brand new head here, which looks awesome, with a reversible expression on the other side. And overall, I'm so, so glad we got so much detail in that brand new hat-hair piece for this figure. It makes it a real standout. Up next is Riker, another great minifigure with a brand new headpiece. Love this one with the reversible head expression as well. And of course, now we're looking at the red torsos, which we get on Captain Picard, we'll look at in a second, and of course, Commander Riker here. Great minifig overall, and we get our first ever Lego trombone, which also comes with a stand, and it's pretty simple to put it in his hand, as you can see. So you just clip this into place, and there you go. But yeah, overall, really nice. Love it. And a great minifig inclusion. Can't not have Riker. Up next, we have Captain Picard, and in the set, thanks to spare pieces, you can actually build 2 phasers. Worf actually comes with the main phaser, but I put it in Picard's hand, I don't know, just because I felt like it. But his other accessory here is an Earl Grey tea, hot, of course, and I really love that. But yeah, he's got the same torso that we just saw on Riker, but a brand new head, and this is going to be so helpful for making customs of Professor X from pretty much any multiverse, which is going to be really great. But overall, one of the most iconic space characters of all time now exists in LEGO, and we've gone boldly where no brick has gone before. Up next, we have Data and Spot the Cat, the incomparable duo, and you can't have one without the other, and I'm so glad LEGO agrees and gave us this little kitty in this set. Now, for Data, of course, we have the yellow torso here, which we'll also see in just a moment again. But yeah, I love this minifig, of course. All of these figures having that shoulder printing makes them look really good. He's got the same skin tone as Palpatine, and of course a reversible head. Not a huge change in expression across the 2 sides. One is a lot more, muted like we see here, and we get an ever so slight smile on the other side, which is exactly what you would expect from Mr. Data here. But such a great minifig to include, and a real standout for me. Deanna Troi is up next with her exclusive purple torso and matching legs. Gotta love the little Lego reference there too with the brick schematic. Love that. And we've got that giant black hairpiece, which is really nice. And of course, a reversible head with a big happy expression on the other side. Well, I guess both expressions are pretty happy, but yeah, this is an awesome minifig. Love the colors, and that Lego brick reference is just about as cool as it gets. I think for a lot of people, the best minifigure here is going to be Worf. Not only does he come with the 2-piece phaser accessory, but he does have an exclusive torso, and of course that brand new headpiece with the hair is just immaculate. I don't know how LEGO could have even dreamt of making this figure without, making a headpiece for him. I will say the tone of the skin on the headpiece and the head itself don't match exactly. I mean, it's really close, but it's not an exact match, which is a little bit annoying. But overall, the detail on the front, back, and just everything of this figure are absolutely immaculate and make him a real standout of everybody here. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the fan favorite, but let me know in the comments who you like the best. And finally, we've got Geordi LaForge, another favorite of mine here, just so incredibly cool. He does have the same torso as Data, so, not unique there. But yeah, really great headpiece here. Love the smile, and of course, just the likeness that is portrayed here, it's absolutely incredible. And I think that this figure is, again, one of the standouts and probably going to be a fan favorite, just because it looks so awesome. So as we take a look at the set, this is a very interesting set where there's not a lot going on. And what I mean is, it's an absolutely huge set, don't get me wrong, but there's not like any major play features or anything like that. There is a very cool plaque that's hidden on the inside, as you can see here, and the major play feature is actually to do with the main build up here, which can actually be removed. But before I show you that, I do want to talk about the fact that there's a nice healthy mix of printed pieces, like the ones you can see here, and of course stickered pieces, but there are also printed pieces as well. Like, for example, this piece here is completely printed, whereas this sticker on the back, both of those are stickers, as mentioned. So it's a very nice, healthy balance. I don't think any of the stickers, kind of drag your eye away too terribly much. And there is a lot of redundancy here. So, for example, you're building both of these at the exact same time, which in one respect is nice so that you don't have to, go back. But at the same token, like I said, a lot of redundancy. One thing that's very cool is you can see a split right down the middle here, because you actually build both of these sides and then bring them together. It's a little hard to explain once it's actually built, but it does make for a very satisfying build experience overall. I absolutely love these printed pieces here. Those are beautiful. And it's kind of interesting, too. I guess it's kind of hard to get that piece out. Ah, there you go. You get both out. So the printing is on the front side here, but you actually display it on the other side like this. So you actually get a very unique way of looking at the print from the opposite side on which it's printed. I can't really think of another Lego set off the top of my head that does exactly that kind of thing, so that's really neat. Now, we do get this large black Technic base, and it actually can support the entire weight of the Enterprise. So I got to be very careful lifting it up here. But I'll move that stand out to the side so you can see the Enterprise on its own. It's really, really incredible. I guess you could kind of set it down, but it's so front heavy that you absolutely need the stand because it can't, like, balance on the back. Not that any of us were expecting that. I mean, I don't even think, like, a Hot Wheels version of this would be able to do that. But as you can see, there are 2 holes that are built into the build here, and those holes are able to receive just like that, and then you are able to have the Enterprise on display exactly as you see here. So this entire section does remove. You just got to remove this little shuttle here. As you can see, you've got a little Technic pin that goes in this hole here. Then you need to kind of balance that bottom and just move this forward and lift all the way up, and it lifts out super easily. As you can see, there's actually a little track that sits in here. So you see this lip right here? Oh no! Well, after repairing that little disaster, as you can see, there's a little lip right here, and that tucks in to this part right here. So it's really difficult to show on video, but hopefully you can use your imagination that this piece goes right in here, and then you slide that back. And then, as you can see, you've got that Technic hole pin right there, and that is where this little cruiser piece flies in, literally, a little something like that. But when it comes to video, really the only way I could show you the bottom of this is to actually remove it from here. Wow, losing pieces left and right. But hey, I always keep it real in these reviews. If pieces are going to fall off, it's worth showing you. So that's what the bottom looks like. It's really, really impressive the way that this is built. I did find the build to be a little bit redundant in the fact that it's, you know, completely circular. You're building a lot of the same panels and things like that. But it did take me like several hours across about 3 days to build. So it was definitely worth it. A lot of fun to build. And a lot of fun, apparently, to put back together, too. One extra nice bonus is this printed piece here, which you can see has a little stand built into the back. But I love that the little placard here is printed and not a sticker. That is absolutely incredible, and it looks great with that shimmery shine to it, too. All right, guys. Well, I think if you are a Star Trek The Next Generation fan, this set is absolutely going to deliver. It is so amazing. The build experience gives you lots and lots of build time for your money. Of course, all those minifigs we looked at were absolutely awesome, too. And if you love Star Trek, this is like the ultimate way to display your Star Trek fandom. So the question is it worth $400? If you love Star Trek, I think this set is absolutely worth it. But if you're just a casual Lego collector, not really into Star Trek, I think there are better ways you could spend your $400. It's not to say this set isn't bad or not worth it. It's just this one is made for all of those Star Trek lovers out there. And I think you're in for a great time if you are a certified Trekkie. So, I can't do it with my left hand, but I can do it with my right hand. Live long and prosper. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Thanks again to LEGO for sending this my way to review, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.